Hey everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Noob 2 Expert with Scott and me. Yeah. Last time we conquered all of Russia, it's now German-Italian territory and it's looking great. And we still have this weird war goal against Yugoslavia. Take Slovenia. The problem is, and that's, since we're doing a tutorial here, that's what you want to check whenever you have a war goal. You click on Yugoslavia, then you click on the flag, and you can see this hand icon. The independence of Yugoslavia is guaranteed by other nations, and you can see that the UK and France are both guaranteeing the independence of Yugoslavia. So as soon as we go to war, they will jump in and try to defend Yugoslavia, which will not work out, but it means we're at war with the Allies. Let's go to faction map mode. There you go. Allies is currently just the UK, well, and Canada, and bit of Africa and the British Raj and Australia. Nothing really matters there. It's just the UK that's important, really. And France, if we look at what they are doing, you can see they're currently researching Go with Britain. And at the very bottom there it says effect gets event France wants to join Allies. So as soon as that is done, in 57 days they will join the Allies. Or if we declare war just now, since we have 100% world tension and they only need 80% world tension to join a faction, both the UK and France will declare war on us in retaliation, and since they're both in the same war, they will join up forces. That's what usually happens. And France will just join the Allies for free. So that's why the battle lines are drawn. But what we are currently considering doing, we fought the Comintern, and that includes Tanutuva and Mongolia, and currently Tanutuva, which you can see up here if you hover over Comintern, is the faction leader of the Comintern. So if I were to declare war on Tanutuva, it would most certainly call in Mongolia to defend it. And why would we want to do that? Because that gives us a border with China. So we could declare war on China, and once we have China out of the way, which is already attacked by Japan, that shouldn't take that long, we have a border with the British Raj, which we have nowhere else, because there's always Afghanistan, Xinjiang, and all those territories between us. But that would mean as soon as we have to go to war with the Allies anyway at some stage. There's just a way around it if you want to play the game. This would give us an option to go into the British Raj and, in French, into China. And if we look at the resource map mode here, there's rubber in French Indochina. There's some oil, there's some steel, tungsten, very important. A lot of tungsten in the Raj. A little bit of chromium, which I would probably gobble up. And there's all these resources in China here as well, which, if we can get that, then we definitely want to have that. Japan will definitely want some of that as well. So what I'm going to go and do now is I'm going to go click on Tanutuva and say justify war goal, conquer Tanutuva, 25 political power and 125 days. If I do that with Mongolia, 43 political power and 215 days. So it doesn't really matter which one I take there. China, 6 power and 30 days. That's good. So yeah, we're going to start with Tanutuva. Do this, do that. We need 10 more political power to do so, so we are going to start the game just now. There you go. Create 10 more political power until we have 25. Our troops are moving to get into all the positions. France has joined the Allies. That was way too early.
Yeah,
okay.
That was pretty quick.
Fast.
Wow.
That was very fast. And stop. I have 26 political power. That's enough. Let's declare war on Tanutuva. Tanutuva has a truce with other nations. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I have way more military power than they do, so that's good. Truce is a bit of a thing, where, yeah, we do have a truce, but I can still declare war, as you can see, or justify a war goal. I think that's due to the military power you have, compared to theirs. I'm not 100% sure on that. We will see. Let that run. My tanks, those guys will come over here and make sure that we can attack. They don't have troops, really. If you look at this, details, there's like 3 divisions. Mongolia has 3 to 5, that's nothing. I guess 12 light tanks can handle that. Tang's army is coming as well to line up on the Mongolian border. You might want to give them an attack line towards the capital, or just go through to the Chinese border. Draw your offensive line there. They will run through the capital anyway. Okay, all my other troops are going to occupy the borders to what will be the Allies. And I'm still producing some more. Yeah, well, a little short on equipment, especially artillery. 109 days. That's not too bad. I can live with that. Still artillery 1. Yeah, it will take some time. We're at 28% production efficiency here. That will take some time. Making more tanks. How many tanks do we have? 100. That's not much. A lot of motorized, so we can make some more of those divisions fairly soon. Yeah, they're being worked on right here. So what do we need for those? 11,000 manpower, 240 light tanks, 650 infantry equipment, which is nothing, but you still do need it. 310 motorized and 85 support equipment. That's good. That's not too bad for one of those divisions. And we want more of those. Obviously, with Germany, we want tanks. Computing machine. Perfect. So now we are in a position... Let me stop here again. Later. We are in a position to research either encryption or decryption. Now what does that do? I think I touched on that briefly. Encryption encrypts your battle plans, which means that once you reach the enemy's border, instead of seeing numbers, they will only see question marks. They won't know how many troops are stationed there. And currently, as you can see here in Europe, we can see all the enemies. So if we increase encryption, they can't see us, but we can see them. If you're already in a position where you can't see them, where you only see question marks, and I think we had that with the Russians at some stage, or here in Romania, for example, that's just because we're too far away, then you want to research a decryption to make up for that malus. Now, do we want to do that right now? What's over here? We have bonus here and there. Could do this, that might be an idea. 39, that's a little bit early. Yeah, you never want to fall behind on these, because otherwise you just get the malus, and they don't. Now that's all 39, don't want that. We do want to get the medium tank fairly soon. I'm just waiting for my focus to finish, and then I get one for this. I will show you once we get there. That's also 39. It's too early to do anything. Man, we're so early in the game still. We're 1 year before World War II officially starts. Is there anything here? That's also early, that's 1940 tech. That one down here. I'll come back to that once I explain naval invasions. We could go convoy interdiction, which will buff our submarines, which is basically the only thing we're really producing. Too early for the fighters. Also, I want to get a bonus on fighters first before we actually start investing. Air superiority, mission efficiency. That would be a good thing to have. The good thing about doctrines is they don't have a timeline requirement here on the left side. You can just go through them whenever, but they do cost a lot of time, so the earlier the better. And air superiority versus the Allies, yeah, if you know your history, that's a thing you want to have as early as you can. So we're definitely going to do that. And then we're going to go encryption or decryption. Decryption takes longer, you can see it here, 129 days, and encryption is just 86 days. So I'm going to go encryption first to make us better, and then decryption to make the others worse. And then they will wish they never messed with us. That's how it works. So this war goal is going on. 19th of November 38. And I do intend on cashing in this one before the 10th of February 1940, which is still a year and a half almost away. It will take a while. China is pushing back Japan in the meantime. If Japan can push through this one tile over here, they can effectively cut off China, although I think Beijing is in that war as well, right? Yeah, Beijing, the People's Republic of China, there you go. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
So they're not cutting anything off. China has access to the other China. Otherwise, that would be a nice encirclement. Yeah, China is pushing back. Let's see how the Japanese invasions in the south are coming along. That's usually what breaks China, those invasions. Because they have all their troops on the northern border, and then they quickly need to divert. And by the time they reach that actual beachhead, It's become so big that they don't have enough troops to contain those. The 4th International. Yeah, sure. Alright. 2 days for the 2nd Vienna Award. That does a lot of the things. I'm not going to read all of those. You know, you can do that yourself. National focus bypassed. Alliance with Italy. Why? Because we're already in an alliance. Yeah. Alright. 2nd Vienna Award, thank you. So, recognizing that a new order has been established in Europe, we have been asked by Hungary and Romania to arbitrate in a territorial dispute. So what are we going to do? We can increase world tension by 2 and give Hungary northern Transylvania. We can give Hungary all of Transylvania. That would be increased by 3. We're already at 100%. It doesn't matter. Or we can just say, screw both of you. We don't care. Let somebody else do it. And that just... Hungary doesn't like us. Okay. No, Hungary gets all of it. That's what I have decided in all of my wisdom and glory. So let's see what happens here. Doop. And Hungary got all of it. Hungary has just grown. 2nd Vienna Award done. So now we should probably select the national focus. I'm going to go treaty with the USSR, which should be bypassed immediately. The following will bypass the focus. One of the following must be true. You can see there is a tick mark there, so one of them is true. It's either we are at war with the Soviet Union or the Soviet Union doesn't exist. It's obviously the latter. So let's say a bypass. And that's done. And that should have given us reduce ahead of time penalty by 100% or 50% research bonus if not ahead of time for the Panzer III. And another 2 50% bonuses for armor technology. So let's have a quick look. As soon as we can research that. No, it doesn't say it just now. So it might just, you know, we might just have to wait for a day until it actually displays that. If we're unlucky, it's really bypass and we don't get those effects. And I have to figure that out myself here. We still get a bonus down here, so we might as well just continue on with that. Who wants to join faction? Hungary. Yeah, sure, in a second. I just gave them all of, you know, Romania's territory. They do like us a little bit. We could befriend Turkey, which will give them daily fascism support, and also have them join our faction later once they turn fascist. That would be a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because they had some troops building up on my border there.
Yeah, they usually do that. That's nothing to worry about, really. It's just a regular thing. Once you put troops on their borders, they will increase their troops on the border as well.
But
right. So let's invite to faction here. Let's see what are the stats. Positive 220, negative minus 50. So we have an outcome of 170. Hungary has strategic reasons to ally the German Reich. 198 points. Well, yeah, we just did that. Alright, they like us. That's all there is to it. Please, come into the fold. They have 12 to 22 divisions. As soon as they join, we should get a real figure here. There you go, 16 it is. 11 factories, 96 planes. That's not much. But yeah, you know, they are part of us now. Which is cool. Which means I should be able to extend the border around Yugoslavia quite a bit. Yep. Because as soon as they are in faction, obviously, I have access to their territory. Now the only thing to keep in mind when you do something like this, if we actually attack from Hungary into Yugoslavia, we extend Hungarian territory mainly. So initially it will go to Hungary. That's the thing. Even though we put in the effort, that's always the thing that happens. You have to be aware of that. You know, war score and stuff like that is a big part of it, and if actually it was your divisions pushing, or if it was their divisions pushing most of the time, so it might just be that random provinces or states are given to you in the end. But it all comes down to you have to wait for the victory conference to actually carve up the nations, so it doesn't really matter. It matters a little bit because if Hungary controls that part of the territory that you conquered, you don't get the factories for as long as the war keeps going on. It's Hungary who gets them. But the good thing is, you can ask them to give you control. It doesn't mean that they have to. You know, that's always a thing. Alright, we're gonna go and select an electronics concern here. Siemens, which will electronics research time minus 10%. We're gonna do that. That means whenever we go and do something like encryption decryption, which is on the electronics tab, we will get a 10% reduction. Very nice. With Hungary's gain of Transylvania, Bulgaria has reminded us of their long-standing boundary dispute with Romania over southern Dobruja, seized by Romania in 1913. Let them demand it. War tension is increased. Bulgaria gains treaty of something. UK doesn't like us. Yeah. Do we care about Bulgaria? That's the question. Come over here. Bulgaria is down there. Well, I don't mind. Maybe they join us as well. That would be cool. If Turkey joins, we actually have access through Bulgaria to Turkey. That's cool. Let them demand it. Let's see what happens. We have some unassigned divisions. We have one free factory. Woo! Not going to use that for anything just now. I think I said before it's a waste of not using a factory, even though if you don't have the resources you still get like 3% output or something. So it's a waste of just having it sit around. But I am waiting for motorized, 347 days. Mechanized, not motorized. And I will produce those. And we will switch over one of these two tank lines to medium tanks relatively soon. And that's where I need the factories for. Currently, I don't want to set up a new factory line with like 10% production speed. Oh, that's all just infantry now. That's perfect. Where are you going to join? Down here. There's another one. You join as well. There's more? No. Short on oil by 1. I don't care. Not really. Right, how is our war with Tanutuva coming along? You have more troops now. No, it says 3, but I can definitely see 4. Although that might be Mongolia in there as well. 19th of November. It's still a bit to go. Well, we're going there. Let's see, can we go speed 5? Or does that completely kill everything? Yeah, that kills everything. Yeah. It was almost worth it.
Yeah,
you never know.
For a few seconds.
Yeah, in the beginning of the game, 1936-37, you can actually do that. The more you progress, like in 1942, we can be lucky if we hold speed 3. Encryption is done, so we could now go decryption. I wanted to see if we get this bonus, right? No, we didn't get the Panzer III bonus. That's bad. So we get that later. We're not in 39 yet. It's no use starting it now. If we get a 50% bonus, we still would be ahead of time and get a penalty for that. Yeah. So we're gonna wait on that for a little bit. And we're just gonna go and do decryption. And then we have this one. And this was what? You? No. Then it was you. So we're gonna continue down here. Tanks and ammo variants break through plus 10% and enables a new tactic blitz. I haven't talked about those tactics yet. There's not much to talk about there really. Befriend Turkey. That's done. Tanks over here. Non-aggression pact request from Turkey. Yes, please. And stop the game for a second here before I lose too much time. Justification of conquering Tanutuva for German Reich is finished, so we're gonna go to war in a second. Select another national focus here real quick. So what did this befriend Turkey do? Daily fascism support, acceptance of a fascist diplomacy in Turkey goes up. They gain national spirit fascist influence, which I'm going to show you in a second. And the event, the German Reich is influencing our politics. As soon as they flip fascist, they are probably going to join us. Well, that's a good thing. So, and now, since we're in November and we need 70 days for a focus, which will get us into 1939, I'm going to go Army Innovations 2 and get that 50% research bonus for the Panzers. There you go. Tanutuva. Tanks, engage, and probably here. Yep. Declare war. I'm gonna call you in so you can join whenever Mongolia joins.
You got it.
Give it a second. There you go. They have called in Mongolia. Oh jeez, something in my throat there. I have called in Hungary. and you probably. And I can invite to faction. Japan wants to join our faction. How about that?
Cool.
I guess that's a yes, right? You know why? It will make me the faction leader, so I get to decide if I want to join their wars or not. Which is quite cool. There you go, that's perfect. Which means, as soon as we are through with Mongolia, we can directly join the war with China. We don't have to justify a war goal. So how are we looking here? Japan, positive 80, negative 70, so we're at plus 10. Now let's see where that comes from. Japan wants to contain the aggression of the People's Republic. 16. Opinion of the German Reich 4. World tension 20. Protective towards the German Reich 20. Oh, that's definitely what we need. Japan hostile towards Mongolia is 20 points, and that just gave us a plus 10 instead of a minus 10. And that's how you get Japan to join early. Yes, please. You are cordially invited, and we have a war going on. Nice. Let's do it. Can you press play on your battle plan so that they actually go?
You got it.
Yeah, here we go. You go, capture the capital. That's it.
Capture the flag.
Yeah. No, they're going. Look at that. It's so beautiful. You do this, and you do this. And I'm already gonna set a second front line all the way down here. This front line extends from the last, well, the offensive line extends from the last offensive line that we've set up here. So they are... Thing. Ah, ooh, thing.
Ooh, wow.
Can't even do things!
Forever.
Yeah, Tanutuva. You get all my score. Like, give score and turn, and now you can get Tanutuva since it's all adjacent to your territory there. And done.
And done. Turn, done.
The only issue is that it seems... Oh no, I got Mongolia for free. It's fine. Can I... Now here's a question. Let's see. If I click on my flag and say manage occupied territories, Mongolia should be in here. Oh yeah. I can release it. Release as a puppet. Or play as Mongolia. I could do that as well. Now I could release Mongolia as a puppet, but I cannot give it to you, I believe, because the victory conference is over. Yeah, no, there's no option to give that to you. Which is a bit of a pity, now we have German Reich up there. Well, it's just what it is. I could turn it into a puppet. Yeah, let's do that, we haven't done that yet. So, manage occupied territories, Mongolia, release nation, release as puppet, release. Now we have the new Mongol Empire, and if we click on that, interesting flag, looks like a horseshoe. It says it's a Reichsprotektorat of Germany. Cannot declare wars, cannot decline a call to war. Subject manpower requirement plus 70%, and so on and so on and so on. There's a lot of stuff. Since it's my puppet, I can build infrastructure in that territory, but I don't technically own that territory, so I won't get the production. It will go to their own production. But I can call their forces to arms. I can say, you, where is it? Request forces. And then just say, give me all of your 0 forces that you have. It's interesting. Right, so that means new battle line down here. And push all the way down here. That needs to be set up, and it is. Alright, but we're already a little bit over time here. How's our alliance doing? Yeah, Japan has definitely joined. They are in the Axis. So that gives me the option now to click on Japan, click on their flag, and say join wars. And then they're asking, okay, what war do you want to join? And I can say the Japanese-Chinese war, please. And it currently says they will not accept, so we will see if that turns out to be true or not. If not, then we just declare war on China. That's just how it works. Might just be that we haven't had enough time pass yet, because we are in a faction. They can't really decline that, since I am.
They already asked me to join the war. I'm already set for that.
That's good. I haven't had that pop-up yet, so we'll see. Right, but you know how that works for those in the stream. Don't go anywhere, we'll continue straight away, and for those watching the video, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to justify subscriber goal and blitzkrieg the like button. Follow me on Twitter if you want to catch the next live stream. I'm Scryptar, he is Scott, we're in Mongolia, and you are dismissed.